Ever wondered why the human mating dance doesn't involve actual dancing? Well, we're not birds, but we do have our own subtle ways of showing interest. Imagine being in a world where a quick glance turns into a long stare, a friendly touch becomes a romantic gesture, and remembering your favorite ice cream flavor is like knowing the secret code to your heart. Intriguing, isn't it? So buckle up. For the next 10 minutes, we will be your love detective searching for the clues of affection. Sign 1. Body language. It's like a billboard announcing their feelings for you. Now, we're not talking about those over-the-top gestures from romantic comedies, but the subtle signs that are all too easy to miss. You see, when someone is into you, their body language tends to give them away. They might find themselves instinctively facing towards you even in a crowded room. It's as if you're a magnet pulling them in. And then there's the eye contact. If they're holding your gaze just a tad longer than necessary, it might not be a staring contest they're interested in. Pay attention to their personal space, too. Are they moving in a little closer? Are they finding excuses to be in your vicinity? Because let's be real, nobody invades personal space for fun. So if they're leaning in, they might be dialing into more than just the conversation. Sign 2, they're mirroring your gestures. No, they're not mocking you. It's a subconscious sign of attraction. Here's the thing, when someone is attracted to you, they might unknowingly start to mirror your moves. This is a psychological phenomenon known as mirroring. It's like your very own echo, but instead of bouncing back sounds, it bounces back gestures. Mirroring can be as subtle as adopting your speech patterns or as noticeable as mimicking your body language. It's a subconscious way of saying, hey, we're alike and I like that about us. It's a sign that they're in sync with you, reflecting not just your moves, but also your moods. It's a fascinating aspect of human behavior, often seen when people are trying to connect on a deeper level. So if there's suddenly a mirror image of you, you might just have an admirer. Sign 3, they reveal their nerves. Sweaty palms, anyone? Now, we've all had those moments where our heart races a little faster, our palms get a bit clammy, and our stomach does somersaults. It's called being nervous, and it's as natural as breathing. But sometimes, these nervousness indicators can be a sign that someone has a crush on you. They're afraid of rejection, so they're on edge whenever you're around. It's like they're walking on a tightrope of emotions, trying to balance their feelings with the fear of being turned down. They might stutter a bit more, or their hands might shake when they're passing you that cup of coffee. Their voice might even crack when they're talking to you, like a teenager going through puberty. It's all part of the nervous package. So, if they're all jittery around you, it might be more than just too much caffeine. Sign 4, they look your way and then quickly look away. No, they're not playing hide and seek. They're just trying to sneak a glance without getting caught. It's like a game of tag where their eyes are it and you, my friend, are the one being chased. Now, you might be wondering, why the stolen glances? Well, it's simple. They want to look at you because they like you, but the fear of rejection makes them look away. It's a classic case of the heart wanting what the eyes are afraid to see. These glances are like secret messages sent from their heart, hoping to be caught by yours. They're saying, hey, I'm interested. Are you? Without uttering a single word. It's a silent conversation spoken through the language of the eyes. So if they're playing peekaboo with their gaze, they might be playing with the idea of liking you. Sign 5, they're all about those subtle touches. It's fascinating, really, how touch can speak volumes, even when words fall short. Human connection is often amplified by physical interaction. It's that soft pat on the shoulder, the accidental on-purpose brush of hands, or the playful nudge that says, hey, I'm here and I'm interested in you. These touches are casual, non-intrusive, and often fleeting, but they pack a punch. They're a subtle way of saying, I enjoy your company and I want to be closer to you. It's like a secret language, a tactile Morse code of sorts, spelling out the message of interest and attraction. But remember, it's not just about the touch itself, but the intention behind it. It's about how it makes you feel. It's about that tiny flutter in your stomach or that unexpected smile that creeps onto your face. So, if they're casually brushing against you, they might be trying to brush up against your heart. Now, let's dive into the remaining signs from easy laughter to future planning. First up, we've got easy laughter and playful humor. If your presence seems to tickle their funny bone, making them laugh with the slightest nudge of humor, that's a strong indicator. They're not just laughing at your jokes, they're laughing with you, sharing joy and creating a bond. Next, compliments that are related to your personality and work ethic. It's one thing to hear, you look nice today. But if they're noticing your perseverance, your creativity, or your kindness, they're seeing past the surface and appreciating who you truly are. Then, there's subtle jealousy. Now, this isn't about possessiveness or control, but rather a hint of envy when you talk about spending time with others. They might wish they were the ones having those moments with you. Attentive listening is another key sign. Are they tuned into your every word, remembering what you say, and engaging in meaningful conversations? That's because they value your thoughts and want to understand you better. And let's not forget about friends dropping hints. If their buddies are teasing them around you or giving you a knowing smile, they might be let in on a secret you're only just discovering. Next, do they remember small things that you have liked or mentioned in the past? This shows they're paying attention and care about what matters to you. Social media can also give the game away. If they're consistently the first to view your posts, quick to comment or hit that like button, it's a sign they're eager to connect and stay involved in your life. Finally, if they're talking about future plans with you, they're envisioning a tomorrow that includes you. Whether it's a movie next week or a concert next month, it's a hint they want you in their future. So if they're showing these signs, they might just be painting a Picasso of affection for you. Phew! That was a whirlwind of love detective work. Let's take a moment to step back and look over the clues we've gathered. From the body language that speaks louder than words to the mirroring gestures that silently scream, "I like you," we've seen how those jittery nerves can be a clear signal of attraction, and that coy look away, perhaps even with a blush, that shows someone's heart may be fluttering for you. And who can forget the subtle touches? That casual, almost accidental physical interaction that sends a shiver up the spine, telling you there's more than meets the eye. We've explored how easy laughter and playful humor can be a sign of someone's affection. And guess what? Those compliments related to your personality and work ethic, they're not just throwaway comments, they're carefully chosen words from someone who admires you. Subtle jealousy, while it may seem a bit negative, is in fact a sign that someone values you. They are attentive listeners, hanging on to your every word, showing genuine interest in what you have to say. And if their friends are dropping hints, well, that's a surefire sign they're into you but might be too scared to admit it. Remember how they recall the tiniest details you've shared? Those aren't just good memory skills, but a sign that they're paying special attention to you. And let's not overlook the power of social media. If they're consistently first to view your posts and quick to leave a like or comment, that's a digital sign of their affection. Finally, if they're talking about future plans with you, hinting at upcoming activities, it's probably because they see you in their future. These are the 13 signs that someone likes you but is too afraid of rejection. Remember, everyone expresses affection differently, but if you spot these signs, someone might just be writing you a silent love letter.